Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Raja, and in this video, I'm going to discuss about the Tableau top features, and which has been released 2022 later versions. And so there are so many changes happened in our Tableau desktop, but I just want to bring to your notice. There are three top changes I just want to bring in our notice actually. So let me open this so dashboard. So this is a dashboard I have created for training purpose. And here so if you see those like a tabs called so dynamic access and control visibility using value and add filters. So generally what I have done, that I have created these three different tabs. I just mentioned those changes, what are the changes happen in our lay so latest versions itself. And so this is the one a dynamic axis. So dynamic axis in the previous versions, we do not have that options whenever you are trying to make a change in the parameter or in our field. So either it is a boolean or something. So we never options to change this axis as a dynamic. And here let's go to this a sheet, and I'll show you how it is works. And I'll show you where do I enable this a option. And if you see here, so I already created a parameter called select metric. From this a parameter we can see sales as well as profit. And if you click on this a profit, and accordingly I can see this a title axis itself. So this is the functionality recently introduced in this 2022 2020.2 version onwards. And so where do I enable this where do I enable this a option. So if you right click on this a axis, and if you go to this edit axis, and you can see this a option. So below axis titles, so you can simply click on this a drop down, and you can select from the use value list. Either you can select so parameter, or else, and you can select a true or true or a false calculated field, that is called coming under this boolean. You can choose that a boolean, whether it is true, and based on that it shows the respective title itself for me. And so this is the feature so Tableau introduced actually. Yeah, let me close this yeah. Yep. And so earlier we used to do some different like a method called so wherever you have this the sheet. And so we need to take a separate container itself. In that container we'll keep this sheet. Based on the selection we'll change that flow the sheet a value itself. Earlier we used to follow this method, but this time from this 2022.2 onwards, and we overcome this kind of a issue itself. And so let's go back to this dashboard again. I'll show you a different option altogether, that is called a control visibility using a value. So generally this a option, it is a very helpful for across entire this is especially for this a developers, and who are facing this so the space inside this a dashboard. And if you feel it's very difficult to incorporate a more sheets, and at the time we can go to manage with this a dashboard components as well as elements. And here if you see here, generally we can do this a sheet swapping with the help of a parameter actions. But the problem is we should hide these a titles, and we should hide those a titles whenever you are trying to do this kind of sheet swapping. But with the help of this a control control visibility using value option, and no need to do this kind of a hide and see hide and show titles also. Even you can control with this dashboard a container. See whether it is one container or two containers, three containers, even so if you wants to so restrict, if you wants to control with your containers with the help of this a option. And here, what is the advantages? So advantages, and we can simply say that like advantages. And for example, um, if you published like a one dashboard into this like a Tableau server, and so we have a different groups altogether, we can say that so sales versus like a HR, and a different IT or something, different departments. But if they wants to see their respective containers, data itself, so that at the time also we used to do this kind of a restriction with the help of these containers. And so where we can this enable this option. So if you see here in the dashboard, and there is a option like called a layout. If you go to this a layout, and we can see this especially this option control like a visibility value. And so probably, and so 2022 version maybe it doesn't have that option, but 23 versions we should have that like a option. And so earlier we had these two options itself, I think, floating and show title or something. But right now, so we can see this option also, control like a visibility using this value. And personally, I have done some enhancements with this control visibility using this value. And probably in the next upcoming video, definitely I'll try to explain so how to use this option, and where do I use this options, and probably I can showcase in my next video. And if I go to this third so option called add filters. Generally this is called default extension. We can say that default dashboard component. It's already there in our dashboard. And even if you go to these extensions also, we can find this so add filters. So generally so where we use this add filters. So this is the one of the best dashboard like a component. It can be helped in our Tableau server itself. And this is only for these end users. In case as a user, and if I open my report, it is not a mandatory to select across all the filters. So that is the only reason what what we do with this component, right? And we can configure it, limited filters. And whatever filters we have in our dashboard, we can limit those filters. And end users can select the respective filters for this a custom view. I would say it's not a custom view. And any user can especially save a version with along with this all the like a selection of filters. So with the help of this add filters, and end users can do this kind of operations, so from their end. So I would say that this is the one of the great features added into our Tableau desktop. And definitely in the next a video, probably so I can showcase the how to handle with these options, and how to enable this so what I'll give you one or two most help I can give you two or more examples, so where we can use this kind of option in our development. And definitely it will help you. I hope you guys are enjoyed this a video. And so if you want to download this like a workbook, and so you can I'll give you this a link and of my in the description. Probably you can download. And uh, yes. And so I hope you guys are enjoyed so this video. So I think please follow me and subscribe to my channel to get more interesting video. And one more thing I forgot, so from next next week onwards, and probably I'm going to create a separate session for this a beginners also. And who want to who wants to learn this a Tableau, or else who are already there in our Tableau. And so probably they can so they'll get a more they'll get more a beneficiary from this a videos. And so thanks for watching, and Jai Hind.